This year it's time to quit the disgusting habit of smoking. It's all been said before, but this year no more joking. It's time to throw away the lighter, throw away the ashtray, throw away the half-filled packs, and it is time to find a way to make it through the day, a safe way to relax.
It's a great way to relax without tobacco in your life. Let's unlock a life without tobacco. So, welcome to Put It Out. It's our tobacco cessation group. My name's Kevin, and I'll be with you for the next 20 minutes or so, talking about the 5 key issues in how to quit smoking through harm reduction. We're not going to sit here and tell you you have to stop, but we're going to give you some options that are available to you and find different ways to be able to combat the tobacco smoking in your life. Is your life going to be better off with or without smoking? We'll look at things like finances, getting started, putting together a goal, looking at our families, finding different ways to combat it. And that's what Put It Out's all about. We've been on a little hiatus, but we're going to start from the beginning and begin the process all over again. Because I know how difficult it is to quit smoking. And because I was lucky enough to be able to quit when I put down the substances. But I found people in my life, my wife, it was one of them that had a difficult time putting down tobacco. So we're going to look at all the options that are on the table. So find a way, make it through the day. It's a great way to relax. So let's try to look at different ways that we can find to quit smoking. And the smoking song, that was written by a woman named Catherine Potter. I found it online. It's pretty cool. So we're going to look at different ways, and we're going to start over again with Put It Out, our tobacco support group right here at Hope for Holyoke. We are only on Facebook Live, so if you know anybody who's looking into that, it's every Friday at 11 o'clock. If we're not going to have it, we will let you know ahead of time so you can make other arrangements. But we go through our list of things. Hope for Holyoke is located at 100 Suffolk Street in Holyoke, Mass. Our calendar is right on our biddy link, which is on our Facebook page. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. And on Sundays, we're here from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. And it's a great place to stop by, see if you're interested in the things we do. And also, right here is the phone number for Hope for Holyoke. It's 413. If you have any questions, you can come down. Also in person, grab a calendar, get one offline. You can also take a tour of the building and then look into whether or not Hope for Holyoke has what you're looking for. And if so, you can become a member and participate in the activities that we have here. The volunteers are important to us, so if you'd like to volunteer for Hope for Holyoke, please come see a peer leader or staff member between the hours of operation. Right now, everyone's over at the CARE program outreach over at Veterans Park. It's a big thing today concerning a lot of the vendors in the area, a lot of the tables, and so if you're interested in that and you want to jump over there, they'll be there till 4 o'clock this afternoon. Hope for Holyoke has many tables there, and you can become part of that also. We also want to let you know that there are many thanks that go out to people such as our corporate sponsors, our peer leaders, our volunteers, our staff members here at Hope for Holyoke. And we want to thank them for all they do to keep this place running. Without peer leaders and volunteers and a dedicated staff, we wouldn't be able to operate. And a host agency such as Gandera and all our corporate partners and our community partners, such as Senator John Vilas, who's a great proponent of ours, Israel Rivera, Eddie Case of the Hampden County Sheriff's Department, John Martinez of the Mission Springfield Drug Court. And it doesn't mean we hold court here. It means that it's a meeting to help those who are going through the processes of pre-release and release from court so they can live a healthy, happy, and sober life. Also, for the love of good with Deb, who puts out all the clothing throughout the neighborhoods and toiletries, and we let you know when that happens. Suited Up Springfield with Ron, Dress to Success with Deb. We also have a great Steve Sports who does our T-shirts, and Kevin Cook in Wisconsin does our promotional items, and our host agency Gandera, and that's through Ephraim, our senior director, and Chelsea, our vice president. A wonderful staff, wonderful relationships that we have built over these years, and we're so grateful to have them all in our lives. And so, if you're interested, please, one of the big things is follow us on Facebook. It really makes a difference. Give us a like on there, and if you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can. You'll find all our videos and all our different little puppet shows and everything else on YouTube. And you'll find all the information you need throughout the week on our Facebook channel. So if you subscribe, you'll get the notifications and you'll get to know what's going on here at Hope for Holyoke. If you'd like to follow what we're doing on another phone or computer in another window, we'll be at this address, www.quitassist.com, 5 keys for quitting. And we're going to go over those 5 keys today. And we're going to try to send some information out to you how your life can change without tobacco. What's always gotten to me is that when I quit drinking, we didn't have recovery centers. We only had AA meetings or NA meetings. But everybody was outside smoking. You're quitting drinking and using drugs, and everybody's outside puffing away. And it always said, I said, it's just like changing seats on the Titanic. So when you unlock a life without tobacco, we have to look at things that are really important. Excuse me. And so quitting is a very personal experience. When you give up something, whether you're leaving maybe a club that you belong to, or you're no longer interested in something, or something that changes your health or your life, it's personal. I have to make the decision that I'm not leaving because of someone else. I'm leaving because of my own personal experiences. So when we talk about quitting something so drastic as tobacco that's embedded into our lives, into our system, that we have to really look at what it is and look at how it controls us. And when you do, just try not going. Usually tobacco works on its cycles. It comes after you at different times of the day. Sometimes in the morning when you get up to have your coffee, which caffeine is just as addictive. I, you know, a cup of Bustelo. I need it. I need to get going. Um, and then the tobacco would follow. And so when we're looking at those things, try not doing it for a day and see how your body reacts to that. And then you'll know whether or not that certain substance or that certain cigarette or vape is controlling you. So, however, the more you know about how to quit, the better your chances are for success. So, we're going to use these keys that I'm about to talk about to personalize your path to quitting. And if you're following us on this URL below, you'll read in real time with what we're doing. So please take a moment to do so. And once again, this is Put It Out. It's our smoking support group right here online. So key one, we're going to get going, is get ready. Like anything else, if we're going on vacation, what's the first thing we do? We make our arrangements for a place to stay. We look at the finances that we'll need to go. We'll make our plane reservations if we're flying, or pack our bags and pack the car, our suitcases, and we're going to find that specific date that we're going to leave. Once we leave, then we're on the road. And when we're on the road or in the air, we know our destination. And this is about getting ready also to plan and prepare quitting tobacco. So that's the first key to quitting tobacco successfully, is can you do it? So we really got to sit back and say, do I really want to do this? Is my health worth it? Is my grandchildren worth it? Is my children worth it? Do I really want this thing that is controlling me to control me anymore? Do I want to look at, the money can be used to be put away for college funds, or buy a new car, or pay off our mortgage early? Because in some incidences at $14 a pack, or 10 to 14, 7 days a week, that's $280 a month. Do the math. So we choose a specific quit date. We choose it because that's our vacation date. We're going on vacation from tobacco. And then we're going to think about all the ways quitting will improve our life and health. And that's our game plan for the vacation. Where are we going to go? What are we going to see? What are we going to do? So we're going to think about the ways. And we're going to get rid of temptations. We're going to find small little, such as a stress ball. Could be, a popper like this. Just a little stress ball can help a lot. If you're thinking about, smoking, you could take a stress ball. I've got stress balls. I've got other stress items. Because, sometimes you'll even see people take a pen and flick it. And other items that I sometimes hold is a golf ball, or my favorite is my autographed John Maloney baseball, and I'll just, keep my hands busy. And after all these years without a cigarette, doesn't mean that I'm not getting stressed out. I don't want to smoke. It doesn't cross my mind anymore. But it still helps. So this may help you. So we'll think about what you learned from past attempts. Have you tried this before? Is it all about the New Year's resolution that never comes true? Why do we wait till New Year's to make those tough choices in our life? So, also on Quit Assist, you'll find information on text messaging programs, getting the skills and smartphone apps and online help and quizzes and everything else that they offer for free support. There's also stories from other people who have used these keys to unlock a new life. So get support and encouragement is the second key. If you're not alone in your efforts to quit, research can show that your odds are better if you get support from others. So when you make this decision and you tell your loved ones that you're really going to try, and they laugh at you because you've done it a million times, and now you're really serious about living and loving and family, you're going to find a way to say, hey, no, I'm really serious this time. You know, I'm going to use the same processes that I use to maybe quit alcohol or drugs. And if you're not, if this is your vice, if this is the only thing you find that you're addicted to or being drawn to, you know, try some prayer and meditation. So talk to your family and friends. Talk to people who have done this before. And ask them why they did it and how they did it. Because that's important that we find out some information on that. We look and we find. So, next thing we can do is we can ask them to keep tobacco out of sight. You know, when I quit drinking, the last thing I wanted to see was a refrigerator filled with alcohol, or cabinets filled with it, or people around me. But I can't change their lives, and I wasn't going to. So I had to make some tough choices to be able to create a sense of well-being within myself. And that's why we get expert help. We get phone numbers from people who we can call and talk to. We can find these online chat rooms that will help us be able to talk to another person who is quitting. And you can do that through the National Cancer Institute. You can chat with a quit counselor. So go to this address that we had up on the screen, which is in the bottom, and you'll find this information. And then we'll come to key 3. So we're going through the keys. We're unlocking many of these doors, and another one is to learn new skills and behaviors. So you may not think that quitting tobacco as a skill, but in some ways it's like riding a bike. You figure out how to move forward. You keep your balance and where you want to go. So the vacation's going great, and I'm learning how to ride a bike. And if you should fall, you can get up and keep going. The last thing I ever wanted to do was pull out a card out of my pocket that said, you know, this could cause me to lose my family and friends, and my addictions could take my house and my cars. And because when I have to make a decision on, and the same with tobacco, whether I'm going to buy a pack of cigarettes or a loaf of bread to feed my family, I think the cigarettes will win if I'm that addicted to the situation. So plan ways to distract yourself from the urges. Have other things nearby to hold in your hands. We just talked about them. Maybe a carrot stick in the mouth. or a piece of celery. Look for fun activities that don't include tobacco. Hiking. Anything indoors today, like bowling or basketball games, things in that nature. Any arena does not allow smoking anymore. So you could probably end up going to baseball games with your kids and you can't smoke at the stadiums because they don't allow it. And if you get caught, you get thrown out and the day's done and the kids are mad and crying. So take a chance and see if that can help you by becoming a part of your family atmosphere now. You don't have to go 7 miles out the door from work down off campus, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And be prepared, because there are many, many different things that you're going to have to manage, and one of them may be withdrawal symptoms. And if they do come, you have your online services, you have your Quit Assist individuals that you can talk to, you have your websites and knowledgeable chat rooms and everything. So you're putting yourself together. Key 4 could be medication. Seeing a doctor about it. Using the medication to help you quit. And a lot of the NRT, which is nicotine replacement therapy, is free of charge. So it can be free or reduced. So 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, and you will find out that you can get a lot of the medications through Medicare, Medicaid, Mass Health, and sometimes your own insurances will cover these. So as we look at, I'm going to bring up another important one right here. The U.S., Massachusetts, mass.gov has information on getting those items to you. And look, you may not do it all at once. We may need a little harm reduction. But harm reduction can help you in a safe way reduce those urges, those temptations, those triggers by doing maybe only smoking 3 today instead of 10. You're cutting back because, like we just talked about, it's being able to understand the symptoms of withdrawal. And withdrawal can bring on anger. It can bring on silence. It can bring on many different things that you'll deal with that will affect the loved ones around you. And what we're trying to do by quitting or cutting back is not to destroy the family, but to rebuild it and to become part of it. Imagine $280 a month, what you could do with that for your family. Geez, the door's falling off the car, the tires are bald. I can't get to work on time. I can't get the car fixed, but I can smoke cigarettes or vape because, hey, now I got $280 a month. I can begin to take care of myself. Maybe I'll take $20 of that or $10 a month of that and go to Planet Fitness and start getting myself in shape. I've been smokeless for a long time and I still have lung problems. And unfortunately, they're going to be there forever. So be prepared for those difficult situations. And one of them might be a relapse. So for most people, quitting is one of those biggest challenges. We just talked about that. But the greatest risk for relapse in the first 3 months is after quitting. That's your biggest challenge. So be prepared to handle difficult situations and to recover. You might begin to eat a little more snacks or crave something to eat. And then that's going to be normal. You may put on a pound or two. But a pound or two is a lot better than going to your weight. So find new ways to handle stress and calm your nerves. And if you do slip, don't beat yourself up. Get back up on your feet and begin the journey again. Limit or monitor the use of triggers like coffee and alcohol. If you're not a drinker or smoker or drug user and this is your only vice, limit that. Begin to spend the money that you're saving on cigarettes on healthy foods and on the vaping. Use that money for healthy foods and get exercise and help to manage your weight and your mood, because the mood is going to change. And remind yourself of the benefits of quitting. I used to keep a picture of my grandkids in my pocket, and and my children, and when I feel like life's giving me a bad break, I go in there and I say, this is important. I'll fight through it. I can do this not on my own, but with the help of others. Because if I want the answers, I look in the mirror and ask myself the question. So we want you to feel comfortable and feel like you're getting somewhere. So once again, my name is Kevin. They call me Noah. I'm the virtual outreach coordinator here and the tobacco educational coordinator. And what we're going to do each Friday is try to keep on a maintenance course and give you more of an insight. We'll bring people in to our show who has quit smoking before and has kept stopped. So once again, this is Put It Out, our smoking support group. We want to thank everyone for sticking around today. And we're going to say goodbye to you. We're going to thank you all for coming. Want to make sure you remember that our overdose vigil is August 30th at Veterans Park from 2 to 5. All the information I'm telling you is on our Facebook page. And September 20th is Recovery Day, right? Veterans Park also. So Holyoke Recovery Day on the 20th of September. August 30th is Light It Up Purple. It's going to be our annual Overdose Awareness Day and Vigil. We're going to pay tribute to those we have lost throughout the years. And we'll be having flags that you can fill out and put names on it. And we're going to pay tribute to those we have lost through the years through overdoses. So thanks again for sticking around. And you have a great day, everybody. And remember, if you need to talk or you need something, please don't hesitate to call Hope for Holyoke. 413-561-1020. If you want to stop by, we're at 100 Suffolk Street in Holyoke.